前都去咗好多唔同嘅地方啦，去南極啊、非洲去咗3次啊，跟住 Galapagos 啊呢啲啦，但我都仲未同一啲好大型嘅生物咧有一個好近距離嘅接觸，因為 Orca season 咧就係10月尾至到去1月嘅，但係其實每年咧都喺度變化緊，唔係淨係得 Orca 嘅，可能會見到 Humpback 啦，突然之間同佢哋一齊游水係一個好 emotional 嘅一個互動啦，想像唔到如果同佢哋一齊游水。可能會喊咯，但係 snorkeling 係唔可以喊噶。而家咧就喺度 plan 緊成個行程啦，又喺度睇緊啲相啦，啲 Orca 嗰啲相啦，全部都好吸引咯。Thank you。今次4日3夜 Live Aboard 嘅 Swimming with Orca 集合地點就係 Tromsø， 船公司已經包埋車送我哋去當時 Orca 最活躍嘅小鎮 Gjøvik。Tromsø 都算係北極圈入面好北嘅城市，而 Gjøvik 就係佢更加之北面嘅小鎮啦。去緊嘅途中呢，你都可以順便睇埋 Tromsø 係點樣嘅。幾日之後落船翻返去 Tromsø 呢，你就可以留多幾日倒數埋先走。全程3個半鐘呢，最啱就係攞嚟瞓覺噶啦。但係喺瞓之前要好好珍惜呢個有少少日光嘅風景，因為12月呢就係永夜啦，每一日呢都只係大概10點、12點，好彩嘅話去到1點幾呢，差唔多2至3個鐘嘅時間呢係有少少光嘅啫。佢哋叫呢個做 Blue Hour。換言之，呢個 Swimming with Orca 每日呢都係靠呢2-3個鐘嘅 Blue Hour 呢先至可以落水嘅，其餘時間呢就好似而家咁啦，超級黑，甚至更加之黑，能見度係好低嘅。
Grab your stuff and let's walk together, okay?
跟住就我哋呢3晚嘅船啦。Okay, thank you so much.
You go down to the left, take the ladder and you go down to the left and then go.
Are you sure? Yeah. Alright. 頭先就係咁樣搣咗我個 roommate， 佢係遲咗嚟咯。OK 喎，原來咁樣落個樓梯。
Hello, that way.
Okay.
On a trip like this, you have to expect some hard moments. You have to expect to be cold. You have to expect maybe to find nothing, and you're gonna be frustrated because nothing is happening and things like this. But when it happens, it can be like this. It can be very fast, and we need to be ready. On a 3-day trip like this, we have 2 hours of workable daylight. We cannot lose any moments, okay? Most of the times, orcas are traveling. I will put the boat in a good position. I will drop you in the water. Orcas will swim by, and you will see orcas for 5 seconds, 10 seconds. And then you have to come back to the boat. And when I say come back to the boat, until everyone is back in the boat, almost 5 minutes. So the most important thing I can tell you now is actually be effective, help each other, and be ready, because when the moment is there, we have to take it. One for you.
街色都最唔好啊！點樣 swimming with orca？ 帶你哋去參觀下呢隻咁細嘅船啊！呢個船咧係12個人嘅啫 ，limit 咗㗎啦。我咧係住喺個樓下嗰度嘅，個樓梯落咗嚟之後咧，間房咧就喺呢一度啦。咁入到去咧，呢度就有2間房啦，我就係呢一間房。係咪好細？我就係同啱啱見到嗰個女仔咧，就係一 pair 嘅咁樣上下隔床。嗰啲相機啊嘢啊就劈晒喺度啦，根本就係冇位咁滯㗎啦。不過我覺得 OK 嘅，4日3夜一眼都睇晒㗎啦。嗰張床唯獨是有啲位擺下嘢咧，就係個地下咯。雖然個 cabin 好細啦，但係咧都會有齊晒你即係洗面刷牙嘅位置啦。3個女仔都冇 skin care 㗎。呢啲嘢全部都係我嘅。咁呢度咧都有啲 locker 啦，我就係擺晒啲嘢喺呢度啦。個大篋咧就 lock 咗喺上面嘅一個 cabin 嗰度嘅。呢啲咧就啱啱試咗嗰啲 dry suit 啊，嗰啲準備好晒啲 base layer 喺度啊 ，mask 啊 ，snorkel 啊。鞋啊嗰啲咯，我係第一次試4個女仔喺一個咁細嘅地方度住咯。有啲房咧就喺1樓嗰度嘅，就係啱啱 presentation 嗰一層啦。我哋而家咁細嘅呢間船咧就叫做 Miss Sula。頭先呢間房咧就係最低呢一層啦，應該就係呢一間房仔啦。呢個位咧就係船頭嘅位置啦。頭先咧我哋就喺呢一度咁樣上船落嚟嘅。咁呢一個窿咧就係頭先 試 dry suit 嗰個位啦，所有 gear 咧都喺晒呢一度嘅，勁多機關呢隻咁細嘅船。頭先試完 dry suit 之後呢，我哋就要將啲 dry suit 咧放喺呢一間房嗰度啦。放晒喺呢一度，咁聽日咧 standby 就會喺度即刻立嘢，即刻着噶啦。呢個 Zodiac 咧就好似我哋之前去南極啊、Galapagos 啊，會坐嗰啲小艇仔，跟住就會出去啦，坐喺上面 standby 啦。之後佢一聲 go， 咁我哋就跳落去。哇，唔得好興奮啊！諗到已經覺得呢個位呢就係 presentation 啦，三餐嘅一個 lounge 啦。但係頭先 presentation 就係喺呢一度啦。對比起之前咧搭過嘅船呢，呢架係個 style 咧，咁覺得係溫馨小船，好屋企嘅感覺，有呢啲聖誕小裝飾啦，好屋企嘅 feel。F1 Canada 仲有好多呢啲書啦，又可以坐喺度睇啦。不過今次嘅 cruise 咧得3日咁少咧，其實就唔會咁樣咁美咁樣坐喺度睇書噶啦。沖涼啊、廁所啊嗰啲咧就喺第一層嗰度有啦，同埋上到嚟呢度第2層嘅。咁呢度咧就係駕駛艙啦，我哋聽朝一早再嚟睇下啦。而家都未航行啊，就係咁樣嘅廁所。咁呢度就係沖涼噶啦，好神奇冇人沖涼而家即刻就去沖涼啦要。
Ja, det var det. Vi så ikke spekk.
The visibility today is not so good because of snow shower. It will be darker than normal.
Oh.
So let's see. Let's see within 11:30, then we will see exactly how dark it is.
早晨啊，好凍啊！為咗嚟拍嘅，其實係見到雪山嘅喺低光嘅環境底下，但係頭先佢話機會細，因為落咗雪啦，今朝跟住睇唔到啦，我就其實我哋已經喺個 Orca 嘅 spot 嗰度噶啦，但係因為能見度太低啦，唔係好睇到有 Orca 啦，咁所以我哋仲要等咯。而你知永夜呢個時間咧係好少 daylight 嘅，即係我哋可能會錯過咯。如果俾我揀多次有位嘅話，我會揀6日嗰個團咯，因為我 book 嘅時候咧得翻3日呢一個咧最後一個位，所以我係諗都冇諗係即刻去 book 噶啦。而家10點27分，佢話可能11點左右就會個天會比較清啲，就會可以睇到 Orca 啦。咁所以而家其實就要 standby 去着好你嘅 base layer 嗰啲啦，因為得20分鐘去着你嘅 dry suit 咧，我覺得我唔會唔夠時間啦。所以而家 get ready 先，完全係底衫大戰啦！底衫，褲都係底衫再底衫，上下加埋大概4層左右啦。如果你有嗰啲羊毛底衫咧，就着羊毛底衫啦。其實重點咧係呢一個。我特登喺香港嗰陣時帶去英國咧，而喺英國度再帶過嚟，因為英國好似冇得買呢啲啦。咁你就可以黐喺入邊啦。跟住頭先同其他 guest 講起啦，佢哋係冇帶暖貼噶咯。暖貼呢個絕對係一個 trick 啦，因為 dry suit 其實你係着任何嘢喺入邊都係冇所謂噶嘛。同埋佢哋咧係着3對羊毛襪咯。我心諗3對羊毛襪，我最多2對啫。佢琴日俾我嘅呢件 base layer 嘅 jumpsuit 咧，其實係長期都可以着住嘅，咁所以 standby 嘅時候係最好啦，因為你喺船嘅時候都係一個即係保暖嘅衣物嚟嘅嘛。咁我 get ready 咧就係咁上下啦，一陣間一話喂有啦咁，哇流眼水啊！但係真係之前南極嗰個 feel 咯，你覺唔覺得啊？由啱啱見到 Orca 嗰刻開始就係咁突發，而家即刻咧要 get ready 咯。明明本身話啊好似冇啊咁樣，跟住突然之間又有啊。OK， all check。我哋而家全部都喺度 standby 緊，但其實好擔心啊！你睇下幾暗。低光嘅 Oh my god! It's not Orca, right? It's Orca? No, it's not Orca. It's where? Yeah. It's so close. 如果聽日有嘅話咧，咁我哋就係救咗落去。 作為第一份喺英國讀書又唔可以失禮 MA 嘅功課，同一時間又可以拍埋 YouTube 片，一個人飛去挪威同屋企游水，又唔帶同學去幫手拍，聽落好似好有型咁樣。但係其實所有嘢背後都係由一段好混亂嘅資料搜集開始。呢段旅程之所以會發生，甚至之後成個筆記系列都可以實現，最根本嘅原因就係因為我當初揀咗嚟英國讀書啦。終於收到 offer 啦！今個月尾就快行畢業禮啦，諗翻起嗰陣收到 offer 嘅時候呢，其實係超級彷徨嘅。之前係凌晨唔知2點幾3點啦，我仲喺度同人哋鬥快喺度搶住宿，擔心啲保險到底 cover 到我想要嘅嘢呢，始終同旅遊保唔一樣啦。當時我係完全冇參加啲咩講座，成日都自己上網揾資料，黐黐貼貼咁樣將啲嘢組合翻埋一齊，又成日要 WhatsApp 嘅 agent 問佢啲問題啦，但係始終佢都好忙啦，同一時間佢要處理好多唔同學生嘅問題啦。我身邊亦都冇朋友去過英國讀書啦。好彩就係嗰陣時識咗個喺 U2 啱啱讀完嘅同學仔，可以問下嘢。所以講真，如果可以揀多次嘅話呢，我都會想去聽下 British Council 搞嘅去英國讀書前準備講座，因為你唔單止一次過可以知道晒所有 visa、銀行、住宿、保險咁樣嘅資訊啦，可以識到一班同樣同你一齊準備出發嘅人，甚至可能仲會遇到之後同你一齊讀書同一間學校，甚至同一科嘅人咧都唔出奇。British Council 嚟緊7月17同埋8月17分別咧都有 Facebook 嘅網上直播啦，同埋現場嘅講座，我覺得係好值得去聽下嘅，因為佢除咗有 UKVI 嘅代表同你講最 update 嘅 visa 嘅流程啦，仲請咗而家喺英國讀書嘅2個同學仔咧去分享下現況喺英國讀書係點樣俾你聽，仲有匯豐卓越理財去講海外嘅銀行啦同埋保障，基本上大部分你要知同埋你要搞嘅資訊咧都係由專家去話俾你知，一步步咁樣去解釋啦，甚至係有 Q&A 咧去俾你去問真人，唔使上網聽好多唔同人講一啲可能都未必 update 嘅資訊，一次過搞清楚晒所有實用嘅資訊，唔使好似我咁樣兜兜轉轉靠自己去砌翻啲資料出嚟。有啲資訊呢，我仲要係臨出發前1-2日先知嘅，係勁大壓力咯。所以如果你嚟緊都打算去英國讀書呢，真心建議你去聽下 British Council 搞嘅赴英前講座，去佢哋嘅網站嗰度報名就得㗎啦，完全係免費入場嘅。詳情啦，我擺翻喺 info box， 咁你一撳咧就可以去嗰度報名啦。
Here in Norway, in wintertime, in this part of Norway, this fjord called Skjervøy, we have a very good chance to spot orcas. Since the beginning of the season, it has been only 2 days we didn't spot orcas. Today was very special because we had a heavy snow clouds and very low clouds and snow shower. And in this condition, the light is very poor. We can see very close to the boat, and we could spot some humpback whale. But if they breathe 500 meters away, we don't see them anymore. So it's very easy to lose them, even a big animal like humpback. So for orcas, it was no chance to see orcas today.
但係今日咧係出咗去之後咧，啲 orcas 已經去咗第2個位置啦。就算我哋今朝見到一個勁少嘅 fin 喺度啦，亦都見到handbat 啦，但係咧我哋當出到去嘅時候咧係冇晒啦，咁所以我哋就翻上嚟啦。咁但係我哋有一個好好嘅機會咧，去試下 practice 下我哋嗰啲 gear 啊，試下 dry suit 係點樣啦。啲水咧其實就唔係想象之中咁凍啦。哇！頭先個情況係完全睇唔到自己做緊啲乜嘢，嗰個 fin 又甩咗啦，隻鞋又甩咗喺個海嗰度啦。好彩就執翻個 fin 咯。咁但係起碼會知道聽日會點樣做得好啲咯。今日就係咁先啦。我希望聽日可以睇到。可以同 orca 游水啦。Noemi, did it again?
What?
Noemi?
Yes.
Do you think we can swim with the orca tomorrow?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm sure. I can sense it, you know?
Okay. Good night.
Still not perfectly clear as it was supposed to be, but it looks much better than yesterday for sure. So have to wait half an hour, and then we should have a lot more light than now.
早晨，今日嘅 condition 明顯係好過琴日好多，已經係能見度好高嘅地方。非常之光啊！頭先出去影 orca 都影唔切咧，就話要 get ready 啦。我今日唔係講笑，我呢個暖包大戰除咗前後啦，我個腳咧都會黐嘅。我剩翻6塊咧，我係用盡晒呢6塊咧去黐晒滿晒成個身咯。然後底衫2件啦，照舊呢件2件啦，羊毛襪咧都係要着2對嘅。我人生第一次咧腳係要黐暖包嘅啫。1、2、3、4、5、6 ，OK。呢件係有呢啲畫毛喺入邊。 個要訣就係着到你個人熱到死咗咧，咁就啱㗎啦。千祈唔好喺室內嘅時候着完覺得啱啱好咁樣咯。Here as well. I need help. Yeah. I got it. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Okay, can you move this?
Yes.
Go! Back to the boat! Back to the boat!
They come at me, but really like four faces close, and they come, and I was like, do I have to move because they really headed me?
The worst thing to do with orcas is to chase them, that's for sure. If you go and swim fast, splashing noisily in the direction of orcas, wherever they are, they don't like it. It's just not polite in orca language. When the orcas check us, it's because they need one information. In my system, UC, the Undersea Soft Encounter Alliance system, each interaction is can reach 5 levels. It's classified in different levels. The first one is tolerance in social zone, and the second one is interest in social zone. So when they show interest, when they face you, they look at you, and they click in your direction, and you can feel the click area, and you can even hear in the camera the click area. This is obvious interest in social zone, which is level 2. So of course they put attention on you, and it's a very strong feeling to have this giant, you know, not only passing by, but taking attention on you and giving you a couple of seconds of attention. It's very intense feeling.
今日真係 Today is the day。見到好多 orca 之餘咧，我哋係見到超過10條嘅 handbag 喺度 travelling， 係一個 family 嚟嘅。你現場聽到 handbag 或者 orca 噴氣嗰啲聲係好大聲嘅，原來同埋真係好大好大隻，我哋人類真係喺隔離咧係顯得好細粒咯。我哋睇翻啲片咧，都喺度估下嗰個係咪 fin 嚟嘅？白色嗰個係咩嚟嘅？係咪個圖啊定咩嚟嘅咁樣？但係你就會見到一嚿好巨型、好大隻嘅嘢喺你面前咯。
Hey, look down! Look behind you! Look down! Look down!
互相都分享好多 footage 啦，包括你頭先見到嗰啲都係大家一齊嘅成果嚟嘅，唔係就係我一個人拍出嚟嘅 video 嚟嘅。真係喊咗出嚟嘅，搞到咧我係飲咗水咯，不過我冇 take 到呢一個 video 啦，因為我時間好短啦，得3日 trip 咧，我係好擔心。首先我好驚我拍唔到啦，因為呢個既係我嘅 YouTube video 啦，亦都係我份功課嚟噶嘛。咁跟住我就好驚啦，但係今日有咧我就好開心，同埋我哋仲有聽日臨 check out 之前咧，仲有一段朝早嘅時間，我聽日咧就會好早咁樣出去噶啦。真係好開心啊！完全係圓咗夢嘅一個感覺咯，即係大家都好開心，一上船係好開心，好開心，唔知用咗幾多嘅運氣先可以見到咯。咁我哋而家就去 presentation 啦，應該係會係一個好開心嘅 presentation 嚟嘅，同埋今晚我哋就會 Polar Punch 啦，即係你去完南極圈嗰度 Polar Punch， 你點少得去北極圈嗰度 Polar Punch 啦，係咪？好啦，又到咗 Polar Punch 嘅時候啦，呢單嘢咧係我發起嘅，唔係好似上次南極咁樣嘅。跟住咧我就問可唔可以 Polar Punch， 點知咧就發現我哋同團嘅人咧都幾多癲嘅人嘅，就話想試喎咁樣。咁於是咧原來呢度係有Jacuzzi嘅，咁我哋就會先Jacuzzi咗啦，慶熱咗自己啦，再跳落去嘅。咁而家出面呢個溫度咧係大概負5定負6度度啦，啲水咧係低過0度嘅，可能 around 係負2、負3度咁樣啦。Jacuzzi 就係喺呢一度啦，我哋一擒上去浸大概10分鐘左右啦。Very good. Oh my！ 什麼會試試
？1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
7,
8,
9,
10,
10.
15.
Wow, so long.
16.
黐線啊！而家個個話要去挑戰1分鐘咯。What is that?
What is this?
哇！
For 10
黐線啊！
seconds.
個個話好驚啊！睇下點先啊！睇下我哋點樣啊！而家個個都話1分鐘。2023 Arctic Circle Christmas Polar Punch 。但係，而家冷靜咗。Is it 10 seconds already? Yeah. Okay. 10秒之後應該係一樣嘅。
50. $57, $60, okay.
Merry Christmas! Woo! 玩完啦，下一位挑戰者繼續。2 minutes，我覺得係勁過上次南極嗰陣時咯。南極嗰陣時可能真係太大風，所以我嗰陣時係得係咪5秒定10秒？但我今次係成分鐘，仲要我落咗去3次啦已經。好啦，玩完啦，而家去沖涼，跟住咧，聽日就係最後一日。我屋企游水，講唔到嘢啦，要去沖涼啦，拜拜。今日咧係一嚟已經着定咗個 dry suit，因為我想試下好慢，唔好咁急咁樣着，所以船都未開咧。我已經準備咗啦，跟住而家船開咗咧，應該我就咁一粒上去咧就搞掂咯。好靚啊！已經停咗雪啦，所以今日應該都好大機會。Naomi, do you think we can see the handbag today again?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm scared about it
Why?
because I have the feeling that it could be really intense.
Okay.
Like for me it will be really intense, but because I'm scared of all those things, so it's really new.
Mhm.
And I have the feeling that it could be even better than yesterday.
Okay, I'm scary too now because your feelings always right 。因為你有陣時問 forecast 嘅人都唔及問一啲直覺準嘅人。琴日話睇到 Orca 就真係睇到，我中意呢個 roommate。
The further we move on from all those yesterdays, happiness gets nearer. The light that we see closing in so fast ahead, it's hope, it's getting clearer. The more I think of all the tough times we survived, the more it makes me smile.
最後一日，我要影啲水面嘅畫面，帶埋支長炮上水落水咁樣交換影。原來喺船嗰度睇咧係會緊張埋一份㗎，因為係真係好近嘅。原來
Oh my god! Oh my god.
喺 presentation 嘅時候，佢有講過一句 Don't trace the orca. If you don't trace, they will come back and check on you. 哇！呢句説話咧係其實好有深度嘅。諗下呢一句嘢你就覺得啊。
If I have to choose between orcas and humpback, orcas, 100%. But the emotion you can have underwater when you face orcas, there is no comparison. Nothing can be compared with orcas. Humpback whale, you're just amazed. It's not heartbreaking when the orcas is leaving you and letting you alone in the sea. It's totally different feeling. Orcas are very special.
Okay, thank you.